Come on, Lizzie, get a wriggle on.
I only got one pair of hands.
Well, you'd be able to use them if you put that fag out.
I haven't finished me smoko yet.
Well, I just cut it short.
You know, I reckon we ought to do the first thing Mr. Andrews said.
No, he's only joking when he said go on strike. After he'd cooled down, he reckoned the best thing we could do is work as hard as possible. That way the screws have no argument.
Probably a double cross.
No, he's as sour with the screws over this scheme as we are. He's got to be on our side.
But it could be a plot.
What sort of plot?
To make us work even harder.
Yeah, well, he said while we're working, he'd have a go at the screws about getting us extra study time. We'll soon find out if he's going to keep up his end of the bargain or not.
Come on, you thought that was the bell. Were you deaf or something?
OK, girls. Down tools.
Where'd all this come from?
All a day's work, Mr. Fletcher.
Oh. Let's give him a picnic, eh? There's duck and panda and dog. And look, they're sitting in my shoes. What are they doing there, eh? And there's Bunny.
Maybe she'd like to see some real animals.
Eh?
Why don't we take her to the zoo?
No.
Oh, come on, Chrissy, it's a nice day outside.
No, not the zoo.
Well, why?
Because I've seen enough of bars to last a lifetime, that's why.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but we want to be like a normal family, don't we?
How do you mean?
Well, all normal families go to the zoo. Oh, come on, forget about the past.
Oh, right then.
Good on you. You want to go to the zoo, Dad?
Should we go to the zoo?
I reckon we should have asked Fletch could we work instead of coming out here. At least we would have got the laundry done.
Look, we only want to score a point against the screws, not work ourselves into the ground.
Yeah, Jude's right. Besides, Fletch would have smelled a rat if we'd asked to work.
They'll smell a rat sooner or later. I reckon it's a commie plot.
Oh, dry up, Lizzie. You lot sniggering at. God, what's that?
Bloody dressed up as lamb, if you ask me.
Oh, no. What's wrong? Who is that?
It's Peter.
God. Oh, shut up, you lot.
Told him I never wanted to see him again.
I can't say I blame you.
My name is Peter Hope. I've come to see Miss Burns.
Yes, right, Mr. Hope. You'd just like to go into the building and have to sign in for the visit?
Look, why don't you just tell Fletch you don't want to see him before it's too late?
No. I'm going to give it to him once and for all. Otherwise, he's never going to stop pestering me. Do you want to sit down?
After you. Is he going to stand there all day?
An officer has to be present at all interviews, Mr. Hope. And no whispering, please.
I'm sorry. And how have you been keeping?
I only saw you a couple of days ago. Oh, all right. How about you?
Oh, good, good. Did you get my letters?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I asked you not to write to me again.
But what's the harm in it?
Well, I just don't want you to. I mean, I'm a crim. I'm going to be in here a long time.
Oh, that doesn't matter to me. I'd like to keep in touch. You know, you could tell me what you've been doing. And...
Well, you wouldn't want to hear boring junk like that.
Oh, it wouldn't be boring to me.
Well, I don't want to write anymore.
Listen, I know it doesn't sound like much at the moment, just getting letters, but if we keep on writing, we could really get to know each other when you're released.
I told you before that...
Please, we're both lonely.
Yes, I'm lonely, but I'm not desperate.
Doreen...
Didn't anyone ever tell you what a spaz you look pretending you're young? And who'd want to be friends with an old poser like you anyway?
line says. It's, oh. Where are you going?
Come on, let's get out of here.
Why?
Because I said so, that's why. Can't you see? I don't want her seeing anything locked up in cages.
But she's having the time of her life.
Yeah, well, they're not, are they? Look at them, poor sods all locked up.
Oh, they've got plenty of room to roam about.
They're still not free, though, are they?
Well, you can't let them run loose, can you? Some of them aren't in cages.
Yeah, well, what about that tiger? Pacing up and down like it's going off its head. It's just like being back in the pound.
You're free now. Will you forget that stuff?
It just reminds me, OK? Come on, let's go.
No. She's having a good time. Come on. Let's go and see the giraffe. What does a giraffe say? Say quack, 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 quack.
Say,
There you go.
The 28th? Yes, that's fine. Who's dancing? Just a moment.
Excuse me, Mrs. Davidson. There's a union delegation here to see you.
Union? What for?
I think I'd better let them explain. Officer Powell?
I'd better call you back. Yes, Officer Power, what is it?
I've just had a meeting with the officers. They're most unhappy about this Braille scheme.
For what reason?
The extra supervision, mainly. We're prison officers, not governesses.
I'm sure the officers wouldn't mind supervising the classes if there was enough staff to cover it.
But it is a very worthwhile project, worthy of a little sacrifice from all of us. Surely you think so?
Well, I do. But I'm afraid my personal opinion doesn't count. All of the officers have voted against compulsory overtime.
But we've only rostered 3 days a week. Yeah, sure, there'll be a little bit of overtime, but not much.
I am sorry they have voted against any supervising of classes.
Of course, if the education department assigned an additional teacher to Wentworth, the officers wouldn't need to supervise.
But that's impossible. It was hard enough to get one education officer, let alone 2.
I'm sure the union appreciates your difficulties, but the fact still remains. They will not supervise B. Smith, not even part-time. Now, if the project proceeds, the officers will strike. I'm sorry, but...
I see. I will inform Mr. Andrews of this decision immediately.
Hey, come on, Mick. Let's take her to see the elephants, eh? Would you like that, Elizabeth, eh?
Oh, we haven't got time, love. We've got to get her back to the home by 4 o'clock.
Oh, come on. It'll only take half an hour. It won't matter.
Can't you see? We've got to show we're okay. If we don't get her back by the time we said we would, they're going to think we're irresponsible or something.
It'll only take half an hour. Come on, the home won't mind.
We've got to obey the rules, love. You know I don't like it any more than you do. Well, think of Mrs. Morris.
What's she got to do with it? It's not her baby, is it?
No, but she's stuck her neck out. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have been able to take Elizabeth out by ourselves. Come on, love. We've got to be getting back.
No.
It's almost 4 o'clock. We promised.
I'm not taking her back.
For God's sake, Chrissy, if we don't... Well, where are you going?
I don't know. But I'm not taking her back in there. Not to that prison, I'm not. You can help us if you want to, Mick. But if you don't, we'll never see you again. I mean that.
Hello, Meg Morris.
Hello, Mrs. Morris. It's Matron Schwartz here from the baby's home.